I'm Ben Mycelis from the Midas Touch Network. You know, one of the frightening things about the radical MAGA Republican extremist movement is that there is no floor on the depths of depravity that they will go down. And case in point, today, one of these radical MAGA groups, they call themselves the 1776 Restoration Movement, they organized a mass calling or doxing of the VA suicide prevention line. And so they swarmed the VA suicide prevention line with phone calls because they were saying that the January 6th insurrectionists were political prisoners, and to the extent they were formerly veterans who then participated in the insurrection, that they should maintain all of their VA benefits, despite the fact that we have laws which state that if they are convicted or if there are findings made by the head of the VA that they engaged in insurrection or mutiny against their country, they would lose the benefits that they had. But this group called and mass called the suicide prevention line to try to clog the line. Here's a stat that you may or may not know, and this was pointed out by William Addig, who was a veteran. We have over 20 veterans who commit suicide a day, and one call to that suicide prevention line can save a life. And as he explains, this far-right extremist group cared about that about 0%. And this has real-world implications, we're learning. Mueller, she wrote, Allison Gill, who is a veteran, someone messaged her with the following message who tried to call the suicide line. And this is what the message that Allison Gill from Mueller, she wrote got. I'm sorry, but I have to vent this to you. I don't know if you've heard that the Veterans Crisis Line got clogged up this morning. I was a veteran that was in desperate need of that hotline this morning, and I couldn't get through, and I almost went through with my plan, but then my mom intervened. This had real-world consequences. I just pray nobody took their life. I only share this with you because you have a voice. And now I'm even more suicidal because this never ends with these people. I am getting proper help, though, right now, so don't worry, please. Now, this was originally reported by Zachary Patrizzo at the Daily Beast, and earlier today he explained that members of the 1776 Restoration Movement were back in Washington, D.C. this morning as part of their activities, including flooding the Veterans Suicide Hotline with bogus calls urging the D.C. jails to release January 6th rioters. And here is a video I'll play for you right now that was captured of some of these individuals from this group who were encouraging people to do this, or encouraging them to engage in other behavior that was very detrimental to the VA suicide hotline. Here, play this clip.
They're trying to kill them. They're denying them their rightful VA benefits. This is wrong. It's against our Constitution. Their civil rights, their constitutional rights, and their human rights are being violated. Where is your outrage? I'm giving you mine. Stand up. Get here. Go to your local VAs. Stand up for these men. They stood for you. Don't let them down. I beg of you.
Somebody post my email link for Camp for Vets, please.
I'm going to put up the number for the VA.
I want to just let everybody know, too, who's watching this, who may be a veteran or who may know a veteran. The suicide crisis line, the new number that they just rolled out is 988. You can go also to veteranscrisisline.net, but you go to 988 and then press 1. There's also the number 800-273-8255, but the new number is the easiest way to remember it is 988, then press 1. If you're in distress or have a loved one who's in distress, give a phone call to 988-1. But this just goes to highlight this is another example of MAGA extremism literally flooding the VA suicide hotline, leading to people's deaths, which is just so horrific, so disgusting. And as the person mentioned in the message that I showed you, it compounds the distress when there are groups like the 1776 Restoration Movement and other right-wing MAGA groups. Where is this doing this? And where is this coming from, though? Who's Trump? Marjorie Taylor Greene, MAGA leadership, Elise Stefanik, people who are referring to January 6th insurrectionists as political prisoners. People who, like Louis Gohmert, members of Congress, Republican MAGA members of Congress, who fly from Texas to Florida to greet the insurrectionists when they finish their prison sentences and give them American flags and call them patriots and say they're political prisoners. The radical MAGA movement has gotten so extreme. It's so disturbing. It's so anti-American. It is so vile. So vile that words can't even convey how disgusting it is what they do each and every day. And this is just another case in point. I'm Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network. Hit the subscribe button right now. Let's grow this independent media platform together. Hit subscribe, and we also got the new Patreon website. If you want to support independent media, go to patreon.com/MidasTouch, patreon.com/MidasTouch. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas.
Midas Touch is unapologetically pro-democracy. And look, we know you are too. So please make sure you check out our best-selling shirt and our best-selling gear, the unapologetically pro-democracy gear. And hey, while you're at it, make sure you check out my favorite shirt and one of our most famous designs. It wasn't rigged, you're just a loser. At store.midastouch.com. That's store.midastouch.com.